Hello everybody and welcome back to Pallegney Farms online server multiplayer. So we're starting today off with a bit of mowing. Quite a lot of mowing to be done in November. We've got a couple of fields to get mowed over. We've got quite a few bits to pick up, put into silage, and we're also going to be doing some hay. So we are going to be very busy this month. I'm hoping you guys will come and help out and see what we can do, and then from there we will yeah, hopefully we can get moved on, but there's plenty of grass to be cut in, so it's going to be a fun filled day. We also need to start feeding the animals again, because I think the cow pens are pretty much out of food. I think we're getting low now, so we do need to keep on top of their feeding. So what we got? So yeah, 20,000 litres in that one, so we could do with getting them topped up. And in this enclosure, to be fair, these ones aren't doing too bad. They got the meadow, which is 100%, so these just want some bits chucking in there as and when. But yeah, well, let's get going. Although my game has frozen. Typical. So I don't know why it's frozen. Hopefully it unfreezes itself in a second. And then we can carry on mowing. HW Agri is going to be picking up behind me, so the grass can go straight into the silage pit. Don't know why this is frozen. Well, let me have a look into this and see if I can get it unfrozen. But yeah, we're having a few technical issues. We're just going to have to restart the game because it has well and truly crashed. So we're just going to have to close the server for a second, guys, and then I'll reopen it straight up. It has frozen on my screen well and truly. I think the whole farming simulator game's crashed. So we'll get it closed down and we'll start it back up, and hopefully it'll run a little bit sweeter. Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. I think it has unfrozen now. well, hopefully it doesn't freeze again and then we can get going. But yeah, for some reason it just absolutely locked me out of the game. It did take a while for it to start up again, so I don't know if it's just a bit of an issue on my game save on stream. But yeah, hopefully it'll be back open in a second and we can get playing. So like I say, tonight we've got fields 86 to cut and needs collecting, 87 needs cutting, 48 needs cutting and collecting. For hay baling, we're going to do field 88, so they need cutting, tedding, and then baling, 19 and 20. So quite a lot of bits to be getting on with. So there, hopefully we are all good and ready to go again. So back to the fast track. Hopefully it don't crash again on me, but we will find out. So we are trying something a bit different today as well, guys. We are streaming on YouTube and TikTok. So we have quite a few people watching, I'm hoping, and enjoying what we're doing. So I am in the present moment cutting field 87, which is our sheep and goat pen. They are grazing on the meadow, but for some reason it doesn't make much difference if you cut the grass out of this field. So I'm going to be mowing this. HW Agri is going to be following me, picking up. I think Archie wants to be on the forager, picking up to put into HW Agri, and AM Agri, he is in the pits tonight. So we will try and keep on top of seeing everyone, seeing how everyone's getting on, and I'll try to move around a bit so you can see every angle that's going on tonight. Hello there, Carlton. How are you? So thank you everyone for joining in tonight. If you want to join us, we have all the passwords and what we're doing on Discord. Our Discord links are on TikTok and are on YouTube. So feel free to come in and join us at any time. And come and play for a few hours or a few minutes, whatever you guys want to do. And so there's plenty to do. We've got plenty of tractors. Well, I'm always in the fast track, obviously, because they're the best tractor. But we have got other tractors kicking around the farm, and yeah, you're all more than welcome to come and have a play. So what's everyone been up to today? Oh, I wouldn't say Case is better. Definitely. There's a special place JCB fast tracks have in my heart. And I really do like the new JCB 6000 that they've just come out with. Really, really nice that is. To be fair, I've driven the Case Puma 165 and a 200, but it was the older shape 200. They're not bad tractors. They are, though, very, very bumpy. Yeah, that's no problem. AM Agri. So I've just cut this field, so we've got plenty to move over to the pits. The only other thing with the Case, what do you find its pickup capability is? Do you feel like they don't pick up very well, or, you know, on the rear lift arms, or... Well, I always find them a bit weak. Don't feel like there's plenty of power there. Right, that is field done. So it's all cut bar around the trough, but I can't get the tractor in. How's the Calmlands going, Carlton? Are you up those hours? $217. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think you're going to top my all-time gameplay on one map. Yeah, I tell you, the fast track, it's definitely the way to go. If you want a proper tractor on the job, get a fast track. They are one of the comfiest tractors to drive on the road as well. With the suspension, I find. There we go. Now into the next field, getting it cut. So it looks like the yield's going to be fairly good off this field for us. So we can hopefully fill the pit and then we can get some hay. I will say the only thing with the fast tracks are they're greedy on diesel. A lot greedier than normal tractors, I would say. I know, yeah, the fence are pretty good to be fair. I do like a Fendt. Carlton really do like a Fendt. But, yeah, I don't know. There's something special about JCB. Although, sometimes I feel like the telehandlers aren't always great. Unless it's a high-spec one, they can be a bit blah and not the best. You can get your head turned quite quickly with a telehandler. The new JCB telehandlers are really nice. To be fair, with the air seat, the new controller in it, steering wheel, the Agri Pro ones really are nice with the spools on the back as well, meaning you can tip with them. That is handy. Ooh. Crashing into everything tonight. Too busy reading all the comments. Yeah, John Deere's are nice. I must admit, I don't mind an old John Deere, to be fair. Don't mind the new ones. I haven't been in a new one per se, really the latest one, but I've been in a nice 215 and it was nice. I know Rich, feels like Rich don't like the old John Deere's, but I'll tell you what, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. I would say if I was going to say any tractor was the worst, it's New Holland for me. I don't like a New Holland. It's got to be one of the worst tractors, I reckon. I'm not a fan at all of a New Holland. Especially when you get onto like the bigger ones, you know, when you get onto the 400 horsepower ones. They, the long bonnets, I don't know what that is about them, but ugh. Yeah, to be fair, the controllers in the fence do look complicated, but you can program them, so that is easier, I reckon. They're 100% customizable. The only thing, I suppose, there's a lot of buttons as opposed to it just being on a screen in them, but it depends. It depends what you prefer. I must admit, in the case with the hand throttle, where you just pull the lever forward, I find that a bit. I don't particularly like that, because when you hit a bump and it just chucks it forward, and then you've got to manually shut it off. I like the John Deere's system where you tap it and then you tap it back. I think it's just a little bit safer. Hi James, how you doing tonight? Is that the Puma one, or is that the Maxi one? What has that? I think the Puma is just a slide lever, isn't it, next to your hand? Yeah, the Puma. Just to be fair, the Puma's one I'm used to the most. I do like the Puma. I've never found the lock. I've just always had it. I've just accidentally knocked it before going down the road, and it's just put full throttle on quite quick, and yeah, quite scary. Yeah, to be fair, I probably would consider doing something on Saxonium or something else if people would prefer a map. I don't mind. I think there's 3 trailers we can cart on, guys. At the moment, there's the harvester as well. I've got the field with the sheep cut. It's ready to be picked up. This one I'm doing now, 48. I'm ready to be picked up behind me as well. And no, I'm not a farmer, Mason. I've done quite a bit with it. Lived on a chicken farm most of my life, but I still dabble now and then with bits of farming and different bits. I'm hoping to get a few more bits on their old YouTube channel of real life farming. Yeah, well, my job, I tend to work on a lot of farms as an electrician, so I tend to do a lot of poultry units, wire a lot of them up, tend to go to a lot of cow farms as well. Sheep and goats, I'd say we don't really farm goats, but yeah, don't tend to go to many of them. But I don't mind the old farm work. The last farm I went on to be fair, we needed to get high level and we borrowed their Merlot telehandler. Actually didn't mind the old Merlot telehandler. To be fair, I actually reckon a chicken farm smells worse than a cow farm, if I'm brutally honest, especially when it comes to the end of the flock and they've got that lovely ammonia smell in the air and it burns your eyes and your nose. I would say that's actually worse than the cows. Yeah, the mist is actually quite nice on this map, although when you're going uphill it can be quite a pain when you can't see what you're doing. I did notice that. I think it's in Calmston and Saxlingham. You get a low mist and you can't actually see where you're going. Sometimes it's a bit annoying, but it looks really nice. I mean, they've done a good job with the graphics on the game. It's far superior to FS19, I reckon. Or 22 even. There's 27 mods on here, Mason. On my actual game, if I don't open the server up, I think there's something like 1,000. I would have to check that, but yeah, I've got quite a lot there. Yeah, crossplay is on at the moment as well, yeah. Yeah, no, that's no problem at all. The more the merrier. Plenty of tractors and plenty of jobs to do. Yeah, you can join the Discord. I think it's on our Twitter page, TikTok page even, and on top of YouTube as well. Just join in and yeah, we have a chat going on there about everything. HM Agri, if you want to put your tank on it, you might as well, to be fair, because we'll get more bang for the buck, won't we? I think it's only leased, so I presume we can amend it. There's not too many mods, to be fair, Mason. They're very minimal. Try to keep them down as best as possible. Just the really handy ones we have on here. Yeah, I must admit, I used to run my PlayStation about 99%. Is it laggy for everyone, or is it just laggy for HW? I haven't got my beacons on today because I know it can cause quite a bit of lag in the background. What, in real life, Carton, or on the game? Yeah, to be fair, I must admit, I bought a PC this year, and yeah, I wouldn't go back. They're a PC, hands down, Mason. They're so much better, and you can do so much more with it. There's a weird thing at the moment, HW Agri, on multiplayer, that if you leave your tractor unattended, or you just sit in it, it starts going backwards, or it just randomly drives off. Beacons are usually for the road, just to warn other users that you're not going real fast. Or if you've got a heavy load on, sort of thing. As soon as you get in the field, you tend to have your beacons off because you're not really warning anyone. Orange beacons are more there for a warning opposed to anything else. Yeah, on multiplayer especially, if you leave the tractors sort of like just sat there, they just randomly start driving. It is a bit weird. How are we doing on the field front? Are we got majority of it in? Yeah, that's no worries. I'll DM you that link now. I'm good, thanks. Rich, how are you doing today? So I'm just over to field 19 and 20 now. I've just got that one all sorted. So I think these ones we're going to do so we can get that total mixed rations made up for the cows, which we do need to get fed by the end of the day, hopefully. How was your day? You been bouncy castle hiring again today, or has it been a nice chill day? So we've got what I'm planning tonight, HW Agri, is fields for silage will be 86, 87 and 48, and then fields for hay and baling, what we need to ted after I've cut it and bale up, are 88, 19 and 20. Been a busy one then, has it? Is it busy at this time of year, or does it start getting busy as it gets towards the summer months? Thank you very much for the gifts. Yeah, if you want to get 2 more of them, we could get them leased. I don't think we need to buy them at the moment, but we can definitely lease some if you think it'll be easier. That's good, to be fair, being busy at this time. I just bought one for my little and a bouncy castle from the range. I bet it's not as good quality as yours. Yeah, do you want me to lease one then, HW Agri? So, fields for hay will be 88, 19 and 20. So I'm just doing one now. I didn't realise I'd forgot to turn it into widespread, so I've just turned widespread on for Ted in it. What would you say your best bouncy castle is? '88's already been cut. HW Agri, that's just ready to be headed straight off the bat and then bailed. Yeah, 88, 19 and 20 are for hay. That bouncy castle sounds quite good, actually. I must admit, the range one's just a little one. I'm in field number 19 now, cutting it. Yeah, no, that's fine. 86 is for cutting and collecting for silage, shows 87 and 48. I'm doing 19 now, widespreading it, ready for tedding and then rowing up. And then I am going to move into field 20. Yeah, I'll buy a... I will buy one now if we... Well, I'll lease one now if we need another one. What size of pickup trailer do you want? Do you want a smaller one or a bit larger one? And a tedder, yeah, I can get a tedder. There is a tedder already, I believe, actually. I think we've got this one kicking around. Yeah, she's bought. She'll be at the shop for you. Well, I say bought. We've just leased it for the time being. Thank you, Rich, for all the gifts. What are you doing in the garden? Are you having a nice beer and a chill, or is it a rest ready for a busy week? Yeah, it's getting on a bit now. I feel like this some days. You get home, you put your feet up, you have tea, and you think, crikey, it's bedtime. It's ready to do it all again tomorrow morning. How are we getting on picking up, lads? Are we through the first couple of fields? How are you finding the map on Oak Bridge? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I do like the Saxlingham map. I really do enjoy Saxlingham, to be fair. There's quite a few French maps coming out now that are looking really good. This one's not a bad map at all. And there's, I can't remember, is it Piccadilly Valley? Loads of fields, real massive map, but they're all different size ranges from tiny, pitchy tiny to big old fields. Yeah, I like Whitcomb. I really am enjoying the Whitcomb one I'm doing, to be fair. I don't mind Whitcomb at all. Very nice map. Now they sorted out the last few little bits of bugs and stuff on it, it's running really nicely. I think the last patch you had to go re-add the cow barn in one of the files, but other than that, really, really nice. Yeah, to be fair, the latest patch isn't too bad at all, but I think you have to go into your settings and just change something on the cow barn because it deletes the cow barn from the main yard. Worth having a look. It's fairly easy to do, but it's definitely worth bearing in mind when you do it that you'll lose your cow barn. Unless it's a new game save, then it doesn't affect it. Right, guys, I'm going to jump on the baler and follow HW Agri. Now he's tedded it all, I'm going to go and bale it. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to go row it up first. And then it'll need baling. Yeah, starting a new game save is a lot easier. We've got a few JDs kicking around. I think there's one over here somewhere. There you go. A nice, beautiful John Deere just there for you, Rich. What makes you not like them? What's so appalling about a John Deere? Yeah, I'm going to jump on the rake now. HW Agri. I'll get it raked over. Have you headed field 88 as well? Is that ready for raking? Yeah, I do agree. Fence are good. Must admit, nice Fent tractor. They are expensive though. Do you prefer a green Fent or the black beauty version? Yeah, I've got one on Saxlingham, a black beauty version. Real nice. Vultures are good. I've always just referred to them as the poor man's Fen, but they're actually not a bad tractor. I'm just raking field 20 now, and then I'll rake field 19. And if 88's been tethered, I will jump up there in a second, and I'll get that road up. And then we've got a big session of baling and collecting to do. you want me to reset it, AM Agri, or is it going to reset itself, do you reckon? I wouldn't say I am the best stacker, HW Agri. I can stack, probably not the best. Oh, you had the dealer, did you? Did they say much, or? Yeah, I'll get that reset now for your AM Agri. Just see which one you are. Is it that one, I presume? Right, that should be reset now. I'll oh. I'll reset the rake as well because it looks like it's stuck. Yeah, very lucky you had your own farm. Did you get a sponsorship out of him? Was he going to send you one for a free trial? It shouldn't have been done. I think it's just a swath, I believe. Yeah, you should definitely ask for some free bits. See if he'll splash out. See if you can get sponsorship off them. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It does look done, to be fair. I would actually say that is done. Although it is coming up as grass, not hay. But then I suppose it's harvested. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's definitely worth a try. Be nice to get some get sponsorship on the channel of from Vulture or something. Thank you, JMC Agri. How are you doing tonight? HW Agri, is that field tedding or has it already been done? Does it, what's it looking like? Because I'll come and row it in a second anyway, but I'm nearly done 19, so 19 and 20 just need baling and picked up now. Thank you, Rich. Much appreciated. Actually, it'll all depend. If I get time, mate, I will jump on your server and stream it. Just depends how I'm getting on. No problem, Rich. Thank you for joining. Enjoy Clarkson's Farm. I really did enjoy it, to be fair. I've watched it all already. Well, I'm up to date with it, shall we say, and I really enjoyed it. So enjoy it. Yeah, HW Agri, if that first pit is done, get it unveiled and we'll get some total mixed rations made, and I think we need to feed a lot of the cows. Right, so we're into field 88. So we're going to get this road up, and this is the last of the ones we're doing hay to make some hay bales for our total mixed rations to feed our cows. After this, we might just check all our cow enclosures, see what we've got, and if we've got an abundance of food, it might even be worth us getting a few more animals, and we can start using some of it. Now it's all starting to come together. How are we all getting on? Are we making tracks with the silage and the different bits and bobs? You managed to start making some total mix rations, HWA Greek. So have you all watched Jeremy Clarkson's latest drop of season 5, or are you all saving it, or have you all found it, shall I say, as well? I've quite enjoyed it. I've managed to watch it. Well, north of it, I watched it all on Wednesday night. Managed to get all 4 episodes watched before I went to bed. How are you finding it? You enjoying it? There's got to be something said about Jeremy Clarkson. He is a world-class entertainer, and even though he doesn't know too much about the farm inside, or pretends not to know, because you never know, he is really good to watch. Yeah, I think it makes everyone in the country want to get a nice farm and do what he's doing, basically. What do you all think? Do you think he's helping the farming community, hurting it? Personally, I think he's helping it massively. It's a good voice to have backing up the farming community. Do you want me to bail the HWA, or are you doing it? I don't mind either way. I can bail if you want to collect, or you can bail and I'll collect. No problem. I'll get this last field road up 88, and then I'll jump straight on the baler and start baling. I'm gonna have to take my tractor to get some diesel because it's about out. Yeah, I definitely think he's helping massively. It's nice to have a big voice like that backing the corner. It always helps when you've got someone as high influence as Jeremy Clarkson, like backing your own corner, just to help highlight the issues that's happening within the industry. Really, the low money, the long hours, the loneliness. It is nice to have someone sat there going, do you know what, this isn't right, let's do something to help everyone out. No, I don't think we do have a diesel tank. So I'll have to take it. I'll have to run her to the old gas station and spend 600 quid on some diesel. Right, that is the rowing all done. So I'm going to get this put back, grab the baler, and I'm going to go fill the old fast track up with some diesel because she is running mighty low at the moment. I don't want to get stuck in the field like I've pretty much done on most of my recordings. I always manage to think I've got more diesel than I actually have, and it always ends badly. What do you need, James? Right, so just looking where the petrol station is, I have sorted out the old permissions for everyone. It's just behind the store. So yeah, go get some diesel, and then I will go and get baling. There's the low loader Bailey's trailer in the yard. I think we need to take the grass, the hay bales off and start stacking them somewhere nicely. Making a bit of a corner to keep our hay bales. Obviously, we've got the pen in the yard to fill with total mixed rations, and we've got the other one to fill as well. As you can see, my fuel bill was quite expensive. Right, so I'm just starting the baling up in field 88. Start getting some of the hay bales brought in. So luckily I didn't do too bad of a job of raking this field, so it should be a fairly easy field to collect the bales off. We've got a nice big baler on the job. I think we have also got the tractor with the front loader on. So if we're struggling with the telehandler, I think there is a John Deere that has a front loader as well. So we can always use that. Is there any more grass to lift, guys? Archie's asking in the comments. Is the Fent capable of having a front loader on it? I think Case might be able to as well. you have got permissions, Agri, if you want to run one of the tractors. I think the case can take a front loader, or we could always lease another telehandler if it's going to make it easier, because we've got quite a few bales we're going to be collecting. Is it worth keeping the Voltra for now? It's a fairly decent tractor. I think we've got 8 tractors now, haven't we, for 8 spots, so it might be worth just leasing a telehandler for the time being, or getting the front loaders set of tines, or bale fork. Yeah, as long as it's got enough horsepower, because if we sold it and then we bought something with a nice big horsepower, what is a loader tractor, it could be worth it. My vote always would be a fast track. But I can't think what other tractors we can get a loader on. I think most of the medium-sized ones you can get a loader on. Wants to be nice horsepower, not too expensive. Possibly something different. The Dutzfart, it's probably got the power we need. They're quick on the road as well, aren't they? And if you can take a front loader, it might be worthwhile. Right, that's field 88 all bailed up, so we'll just run along to field 19 and 20 now. Still got one in the chamber, so we'll go get this dropped off in one of them fields. I don't think they'll take too long, because that was our biggest field and it honestly didn't take too long to bail at all. The pain's going to be collecting them all up. So we're getting on quite well with the grass as well. The silage pits are looking nice and full and looking quite compacted, so really good job going on today. No worries, Archie. I will see you next time. Thank you for joining. Yeah, definitely. Some of the hay can go to the sheep, or we could tip a load of grass in, depending on which way is better. If the pit's about getting full, or is going to be full by the end of the night, we can always tip some grass straight in there. Right, so we've got all the baling done. The fields are ready to be collected. I am just taking over from where Archie's left off and just collecting some of the grass from field 48 and bringing it over to the pit, which looks like it'll soon be full. So here we are back with another load. So it's going pretty well, the old cart in the grass, and the pit is starting to look really, really full. So I think by the time we get that field done, that pit will be well and truly full to the brim. So I think it's all going well. We've now fed the cows. HW Agri's been feeding them. We've been getting the bales in from the hay we've been doing for the total mixed rations. We've opened the next silage pit next door to this one to start feeding the cows. And we've got this one nearly full. So yeah, obviously it's November, so there's not too much to do on the farm at this time of year, but we'll soon be busy with all the different harvests of all the different things I've planted. So yeah, the grass will be growing now until March next year, I believe. And I don't believe we'll have an awful lot to do in the meantime. So we'll probably get the cows fed, keep the cows up to date, feeding them. And then, yeah, we'll probably be moving on to March, where it'll be another grass harvest. And then I believe July, possibly August. There might be some bits in June where we can start harvesting and making some money for the farm, because the money keeps going down and we need to keep topping it up. We have now also got some goat's milk and wool that could be sold. I don't know what the best time is for that, but obviously we need to keep a good eye on that, and then we can get it sold at the appropriate times. I'd imagine, I think goat's milk's always good this month, so we'll have a look into it, and if it's good enough to sell, we'll get it sold and top that bank account right up. See you later, James. Thanks for joining. I can help you after I've finished this last bit of grass picking. Oh, I think I'll get it almost in this next trailer. Right, this is the last load of grass off field 48. So I will just double check 86 and 87, make sure they're done. I think 86 is definitely done because it's 87 is definitely done because it's just up here and I can't see any grass in there. Apart from a few missed bits, it looks like it's all done, to be fair. So that is good. And then we've just got to go check 86 as well, make sure that is all picked up. But which is this one here, which yet again looks like it's all done. So yeah, this should be the last of the grass coming in. Right, so now that is all done. We do need to off-lease a few vehicles because we don't want to keep them on our payroll while we are not using them. So if we send leasing, we don't need to lease the wagon anymore, so we'll get that off-hired. We still need the book rake at the moment. Get rid of that one. And I think that trailer I was using was leased as well, so let's get rid of that. No, the one I was using is the one we own, so we will get that put away into one of the sheds or the lean-to out of the way. So I'll just jump back in my fast track, which I dumped in the yard, and we'll come and get that trailer parked up over here so it's out of the way. So here we are back at the pit. So I just thought we'd have a check-in, see how it's doing. So we got 779,000 litres. So not quite a million, but that pit is really well compacted and very well stored. So plenty of silage to be coming off of this. We've still got nearly 500,000 litres in this one over here, so plenty of silage there. So we're just on the last few jobs of this month, which is keep those cows fed. I'm just putting a few of the tractors away, getting them stored up nicely. And then I will just go check on the goats and everything, see how they're doing. From the United Kingdom, Lincolnshire. What about yourself? Oh, nice. That's what's it like over there? I've never actually been, to be fair. So just getting all these tractors into our new barn, tucked away nicely, like you say. There we go. To keep the place looking nice and sharp. I have parked my fast track the wrong way around, so I'm just going to move that around. Has it been raining all week down there as well? Then it's been wet this week in England, but not too bad. I mean, it kept saying it was going to rain more than it did. It was enough. Don't particularly want any more, but I think today was about the first day it stopped raining and actually was a half decent day again. Just watching Agri skillfully moving the bales into storage. Ah, it's not good. You don't want more rain all next week. I think we're meant to be quite dry, to be fair. I'm just going to have a look now. I think it was meant to be dry next week. Actually, it did rain up till Friday. Warm, but wet, which is never fun. And there we go. Agri has nicely put all of them in a nice line for us. Got them out of the way. He's got his Fent here feeding the cows. So we should have good food in here now. So 59,000 litres in this pen. And we can go and check the other cow pen. We didn't take anything over to the goat, but they're still running 100% on the meadow. So that will soon drop off. But while they're running on that, it's not the end of the world. Won't need any water for a while. So cows in this shed, yeah, they're full at the moment. Well, effectively full, so they're doing well, producing milk for us. And yeah, that is all we've got for cow-wise. So we might need to get some more cows to start eating some of this food we're making. We've only got 20 out of 102. It might be worthwhile getting a few more soon, really getting them tied up. We have got this chicken pasture on this map, but it's only 30 chickens and it barely produces anything. Maybe one day we might get it going again, but I very much doubt it. Yeah, the weather's definitely perfect for growing grass at the moment. I'd sooner rather it come a bit sunnier though and just warm up just a fraction. It would be nice. Oh, and here's the rest of our hay bales on the new Dutzfer. It's like the Lamborghini. It is pretty much exactly the same as Jeremy's Lamborghini, but it's a Dutzfer. Not a bad tractor, really. So we'll get these bales offloaded, and then I think we're about there for today, guys. We've got all of our jobs done, which is what we were hoping to do. Agri's tidying the yard up over it. Yeah, I must admit, the case and the New Hollands are virtually identical. The cases I find have got a nicer interior than the New Hollands. Not keen on the New Hollands. But they have gone for the digital dashboard now, haven't they? So that's the first for me. I didn't even know there was a bale storage here. So how good is that? Are they hydrostatic, or are they still manual like the old case Maxims where you have to push the button and change them up? I must admit I prefer a hydrostatic. The interiors of these are not too bad. A lot of buttons though. It does look a bit cramped. Do prefer a tractor with a clean look inside. Yeah, that's the best way to have a tractor, everything at your fingertips. Someone said earlier they didn't like the interior of the Fendt because it was quite button heavy. But I think the Fendt's quite good in the fact that you can virtually customise it to do whatever you want, wherever you want. Yeah, to be fair, they're one of the better tractors. Mine is always I'm partial to fast track. I would always choose a fast track every day of the week, but I know they have their flaws. Not the best thing in the field. Greedy on diesel, but I do love the look of a fast track, and I do like the way it drives. And that new 6000 series they've just released, she just looks banging. Are they that bad to work on? I didn't realise, to be fair. I've only ever drove them and they're nice to drive. Never really had any problems with them. But I know they are greedy on diesel. Do you get many problems with them, or it's all just the standard normal stuff? Yeah, to be fair, I've always heard with the fast tracks, you're better off leasing them for the first 3 years of their life and then sending them back and never buy them second hand. Yeah, fence aren't commonly used around here. We've got some big outfits like Staples and Clemos use majority of New Holland, and Staples just use majority John Deeres. They don't have a lot bar John Deeres, and Clemos don't have anything bar New Hollands, really. I think you just stick to what you know and you get what you pay for, really. Is that from buying tractor? Lots of fence. They're not very common, to be fair, around here. You can see a few, don't get me wrong, but it's usually it'll be like one a fleet, or yeah, they're not massively used, which is surprising. I think everyone just sticks to the cheaper New Hollands and stuff. This is one I would always go to, though. I don't know, I just like them. I know the pickup hitch doesn't extend either. What would you say is the best one? Is it Fendt, do you reckon you'd always have a Fendt, or is there any other brands you like? That's put 23,000 litres into the tank agri. Yeah, I think it needs. I think by the looks of the chart, it'll need probably 4 more. Yeah, see, John Deere's have never been my biggest thing. Never really. They're nice tractors, don't get me wrong, but I've never really. I'd never go and jump into one if there was other options there. Yeah, to be fair, Case is the one I've had the most experience in. Um, I quite like the Cases. The only thing I'd say is I don't find them the comfiest thing on the road. They're fairly bouncy, but it's pretty standard of a tractor anyway. How comes you won't buy one? The only thing I would probably say about them is the newer ones have a lot of AdBlue issues. I think you have to seriously work them hard to stop the AdBlue fault coming on them these days. I know when you're doing the Case Puma on the road 165, it blocks up if you're just using it for road work. You've got to really hammer it. Yeah, to be fair, I've not really had a lot to do with the Dutch Fars. I've never actually been in a newer one. I know a lot of people do like them now, and there's quite a few. I think Harriet off Jeremy Clarkson's farm, she's just got one or been given one, probably been given. But yeah, I think she seems to like it, and she was a Massey girl, so... Yeah, again, Massey's another one I've not really had a lot to do with. Growing up, we always had old Fords on the chicken farms. Are they that bad, the Masseys? Very unreliable. What goes wrong on them? Is it AdBlue related again? I think most things these days are AdBlue related. The sheep look like they need another, probably another 4 again. Surprising how many bales they're taking, HW Agri. I know it's a bit like the trucks, the pickup trucks. I think I've got an Isuzu pre-AdBlue, very reliable thing. Done a lot of miles now. It's been no bother. But I know a lot of people who have got like the newer Isuzu have got a few AdBlue problems. I've not been in a new one. It's only I was talking to a lad from Western Power the other day. I've got an 2017 one. It's, I think, one of the later ones. Before they put the AdBlue in it. I think the Western Power bloke was saying he's having a lot of AdBlue issues with the Isuzus, the new ones. I haven't heard a lot of good things about the Toyotas though. Everyone says they're reliable, nice, but they reckon they are sluggish, gutless when you're trying to tow a trailer or anything. I've had a lot of feedback of them saying that they feel like they're gutless. Probably 2 more bales and they'll be done aggro. Yeah, again, I used to have an old Ford Ranger 2007 3-litre wild track. Oh, loved that truck. Absolutely loved that truck. I felt like that was bulletproof. I then had a Mitsubishi 2011 L200. Hated it. Auto gearbox, and it was unreliable. Farm barn. This is I can't remember what the map's called, to be fair. It's a French one. We are coming off in the minute. We're just doing the last few jobs and then we're going to call it a night. I was hoping to be off by probably 9:30, to be fair. To say that 2007 one I had, when I sold it, she was on what was she on? About 280,000 miles when I sold it. So I couldn't knock it. I bought it on about 180. And yeah, to be fair, I couldn't knock it. Really, really good tractor. Really good car, to be fair. Really comfy. I didn't have any problems with it at all. I think the most I ever did to it was put brakes and pads on it. Nothing else. But the L200, I had it. I didn't actually have it that long. I only had it about a year. And had the automatic gearbox in on the 2.5. And yeah, she lost 5th gear, which apparently was a common fault on them. Yeah. The L200s, I would not recommend them to many people at all. I didn't like that one. I know someone who bought one used for work and he had it for 2 years. There's landscaping, towed, you know, mower around. Not a very heavy mower. I think he said he was about 2 ton. and he blew the engine up in it, and it was a fairly new one. HW Agri, I've messed this up massively. I didn't realise it was such a small wagon, so I've just put one of the bales in and it's filled it right to the top, so I'm going to have to empty it on the floor till I get the mix right. What are the Jeeps like? It's not one I've really ever had a lot to do with. I did like the look of the new Land Cruiser, if I'm honest. It looked half decent. A bit like a Defender. Yeah, I suppose that they are quite boxy. To be fair, I thought that about the new Defender. Well, actually, the Defender's grown on me massively. Trouble is, you don't want a Land Rover's unreliability when you're using it for work every day, do you? I wouldn't mind a commercial, but I think they're just far too unreliable for... Well, I say they're far too unreliable. I think they're reliable if you've got deep pockets. I think if you can afford to run one, shall I say, they're not a bad truck. Oh, they've got max food, have they? I was just doing a mix, but I didn't realise how big the bales were compared to the wagon, so I had to tip some out. What is green diesel? Is that our equivalent to red diesel? Oh, we call it running it on cherry. Run it on cherry. Well, I've right messed this mix up. It might pay us, you know, Agri, to get a total mix ration factory. where we put the silage in, the hay in, and the straw in, and then it all automatically make it, and we can just go load up from a trailer. Yeah, we're either gonna have to sell it, or sometimes you can tip it out and then just make the mixture right. It's because it puts so much straw in it. But yeah, I do think a total mixed ration factory might be in order down here. And then at least we can keep it mixed, and we can clear that pit for when we next time need grass. We can have it all in the factory ready to go. But I think we're going to call it there today, guys. We're going to get that last bit of forage I've screwed up gone, and then I think we'll yeah, I think we'll get it gone. We'll call it a night even, sorry. So thank you everyone who's watched, everyone who's tipped us and give us a gift, and everyone who's come and chatted tonight. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you all next week. I'm running this as console. You can play this one on console, but I'm on a PC. But yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. But thank you for everyone who has joined, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully next week, like I say. Bye for now.